Good afternoon and welcome to our final presentation. I'm Caroline Silver. My group members are Reed Pierce, Lauren Lemasters, Tyler Gillette, Cole Burton, and Corvin Hook. And today we're going to be talking about natural disasters. So we would like to thank Pepe Silvia, the CEO of our company, for being here today to listen to our final presentation. So as you know, natural disasters are basically a thing that happens in nature that we cannot prevent. They are things such as wildfires, earthquakes, hurricanes, tsunamis, and just stuff like that. We can't prevent them. They are inevitable. So these are something that greatly affect our company. We at Elevated Printing are a home building company, and sadly, living in Los Angeles and building our homes in Los Angeles, there are things we cannot prevent, such as wildfires, the possibility of an earthquake at any given moment, and even hurricanes since we're so close to the shoreline. So next we're going to talk about the issue of natural disasters, which I've already hit on a little bit. So the issue is that our homes are not always sustainable enough to withhold a natural disaster. So looking forward, we would like to build our homes a little bit more sustainable with better products that will help our home from being damaged greatly by a natural disaster. Sorry, I'm standing a little bit in the way, but trying to get my head in. The negative impacts that natural disasters can have are our customers are losing their homes. While this may be good for our business because we can get up and get more business right away, right after a natural disaster, we don't want our customers to lose our homes. We want to build sustainable homes that are going to last our customers through natural disasters. And we know that this is not always possible. So we're going to give you a few case studies that look into a few different things. And one of those is Toyota and how their company was hit by a natural disaster. We're going to look at Lowe's and how their company profited from natural disasters, which I explained we also can profit from. And then we're going to show you some solutions that our company has worked out so that we think we can be better in the future. So I'm going to hand it over to Reed, who's going to talk about our first case study. Thank you.
Thank you, Caroline. The first case study that we'll be talking about today is the Moore tornado that hit the city of Moore on May 20th, 2013. We're going to talk about how this tornado affected the people, infrastructure, and economy of the city of Moore. As a real estate company, we can learn from this by adopting many of the practices and policies implemented by the city of Moore during and after this tornado while they recovered from it. The tornado went on a 14-mile path of destruction, destroying around 1,100 homes, 2 elementary schools, and caused a rough estimate of $2 billion in damages. There were 24 casualties and around 200 people were injured. A Category EF5 tornado is categorized by winds over 200 miles an hour. To put this into perspective, the 1900 Galveston storm, which is still to this day considered the worst natural disaster in U.S. history, killed around 8,000 people, and the wind speeds were only recorded at a top of 145 miles an hour. Now, after this natural disaster, some of the citizens of Moore decided they would rebuild their homes on their previous lots, but others decided that they would relocate as they didn't want to live in a tornado hot zone in Tornado Alley. The city of Moore implemented new building codes after this tornado, which required houses to be built much stronger to withstand higher wind speeds so they wouldn't be destroyed in the event of another tornado like this. This policy added an additional $2,000 cost per home built, which is another reason that many people decided that they would rather just go and build their house in a new location after the storm. Moore is still to this day in the recovery phase of the tornado. They still face many difficulties with their economy and trying to get people to move in. Many realtors have described it as there are many vacant homes that are at affordable prices compared to other places in the area, but it's hard to sway someone to move in to an area that was once devastated by this horrific storm. The city has implemented housing rehab programs as well as down payment plans so that people can pay their house month to month and not have to scrape by. And they've also implemented many new storm-proofing methods in many of the new homes that they've constructed. Our company hopes to learn from this disaster by taking into account the actions and policies that Moore implemented after the storm, so that when we consider building our houses, we think about how the effects of a natural disaster such as this tornado could affect our homes so that we can prevent further casualties from occurring. Now I'm going to pass things over to Lauren to talk about our second case study.
Toyota is the world's largest automaker. However, a natural disaster almost costed them that title. The floods in Thailand affected hundreds of manufacturers and cut off supply for Toyota. Although Toyota is located in Japan, the floods have suspended productions in other countries as well. Specifically, in 2011, Thailand halted operations in these countries: the United States, Canada, South Africa, Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam, the Philippines, and lastly, Pakistan. So although this natural disaster happened in Thailand, it's affecting other countries as well, sort of a domino effect. A Toyota spokeswoman said that the lost output from October of that year was about 150,000 vehicles, and that the second quarter profits fell by 18.5% that year as well. Not producing these vehicles because of production halts has been detrimental to Toyota's profits. It was predicted that 5,000 vehicles were made daily, $4,000 in profits were made from each vehicle, resulting in an amount of $19.7 million lost each day. Despite the floods affecting production, the vice president of Toyota at the time, Satoshi Ozawa, said that emerging economies had made up for the shortfall. Although the natural disaster has cost Toyota a lot, they have still managed to be the largest automaker in the country, or in the world. This shows that companies can survive natural disasters. And now I'll let Tyler talk about our third case study.
Thank you, Lauren. Now I'm going to explain to us how our third case study, which is Lowe's. So you would think with all of the other case studies that all these natural disasters bring in just devastating loss, all these companies like Toyota, but no, this is wrong. For Lowe's, in fact, the impact of one natural disaster brought in $200 million of revenue in 2017. That is because with all of the devastation of the homes and cars and everything, that people needed to go out to stores and buy materials to build their houses again. And that's why the natural disasters impacted Lowe's so gratefully that they got $200 million in revenue. So the future for the impact of natural disasters is that experts think that storms are just going to get stronger and stronger, which is going to lead to more and more devastation, which in return is going to create a lot more revenue for Lowe's and the industry of Lowe's, which is like Home Depot, and in our case, our company as well. Every time there's a natural disaster, Lowe's teams up with with Federal Alliance for Safe Homes to donate new materials and to help those families get back on their feet whenever a natural disaster comes in and it just tears apart their entire home. Next, we're going to talk about is our company and how this relates to our company. So we think that here at Elvita Printing, that whenever a new natural disaster comes in and tears apart people's homes and houses, that we think that they're going to want to start new and build a new home and a new house, which in return is going to create more profit for us, and we can reach out to those people, say, hey, do you guys want to build a small home instead of these brand new huge homes, and hopefully hopefully persuade them to come build with us instead of building these brand new massive homes. And yeah, next I'm going to turn it over to Cole. Thank you.
As we know, natural disasters come in many different forms and can be very unpredictable. And even if we know a disaster is about to occur, they're still very unpredictable and you don't know what the outcome will be. As a team, we have devised a set of solutions to help our customers and our home survive when a disaster hits. Our first solution would be to protect our homes before natural disasters hit, if one were to be detected, by making sure our residents know of the current situation and by taking as many steps as possible to protect our homes before they hit. Whether it be evacuation or providing sandbags to other residents to protect their homes from a hurricane, we would do everything in our power to protect our homes and our residents. Our next solution is by making sure our homes meet fire, earthquake, and hurricane codes. This can be achieved by making sure we have proper installation, sturdy structures, and only use fire-resistant materials on the inside and exterior of the home. Our homes are already built with concrete exterior walls and interior walls, but we'd like to go the extra mile to ensure the safety of our customers and also the protection of our homes. Lastly, if our homes are succumb to the forces of nature, we would do everything we can to help out our residents financially while also making sure their homes are rebuilt properly. Our customers are our main concern, and we do not want to see them left homeless after a natural disaster hits. With these solutions set in place, we would like to see our company as well as our partnerships thrive while also protecting our residents from the unknowns of nature. While we do have these safeguards set in place if damage is done to our homes, we would like to take as many precautions as possible to prevent any damage from taking place in the first place. Our residents' safety in their homes are our primary concern. Now, I'd like to hand it off to Corbin to conclude our presentation.
Thank you, Cole. In conclusion, natural disasters are a real and very serious problem that our company must take under consideration. Whether that be tornadoes, floods, hurricanes, earthquakes, fires, any of the above, our company must take this under consideration. Our case studies over the city of Moore, Toyota, and Lowe's has given us a better idea of what our company should do in order to suppress the damage that natural disasters could bring to our company. By taking deeper looks at within their companies, such as the city of Moore, who has frequent earthquake or tornadoes that bring havoc upon the city yearly. That's just one example of what we take under consideration. Our second step would be to further explore stronger and safer ways to build our homes in order to better protect our customers and homes, whether that be using different materials to build our homes or the way that we construct our homes, anything to protect our customers and homes. Our third step would be to rebuild our homes after any natural disaster and to be there for the families that are affected. Which will bring me to our fourth step. Our fourth and final step will be to help those affected and to help those flourish after something so devastating happens. Being out there, giving out waters after a tornado or cleaning up debris after a flood, just to be out there to help those affected is a very important step that we take under consideration. That will conclude our presentation. Thank you for your time, and I'll now open up the floor to any questions.